to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
So when y'all got one time to cuss. When I make y'all mad and get on y'all nerves, Mackenzie, what you be saying about me?
Keep calling my name with this ass wig and them ass crop.
So, as you can clearly witness, we are at a point in time where you have parents online using their kids in order to, I guess, get famous or to get some type of notoriety, likes and shares, directly online. And this is something that should not be taking place. Things like this should not be glorified. They shouldn't be amped up. They shouldn't be given any type of positive energy at all. This is a lot of the stuff that I speak on continuously when I say that a lot of these things, need to be snuffed out. They need to be stopped. Um, and in order for people to understand the types of things that I'm, talking about, referring to, I have to bring forth examples. And this is an example. Like I said before, it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see you got a mother up here talking about, oh, I'm giving you guys this one time to curse. Why would you be giving them any time at all to curse? You can already see that there's a multitude of things, directly wrong, right, in the image. You can see how a lot of things in the video that I showed you, that I showcased to you, is pretty backwards. But beyond all of that, if you go back and you specifically look at the daughter, she looked to her left and she looked to her right, which means that there were more than likely other adults that were directly in the room, which also signaled to her that it was showtime, that it was time to put on a performance, it was time to put on a show. And the main thing that people should take from this is that when you have adults engaging with their children in this type of behavior and in a sense deeming it as okay, right? You are certifying it as a thing that is okay to do because you will get something directly from it. Doesn't matter if it's money, doesn't matter if it's, people giving you attention, doesn't matter if it's like or shares, doesn't, matter if you get famous from it. The fact of the matter is that you're going to get something from it. So no matter how negative the behavior is or it seems, it still has something positive that is going to come directly from it. And that is a poor mixed message, and it is a bad message to deliver directly to your kids, and not just to your kids. This message is also going to other children directly out here because, as I stated, that when kids are on social media, they're going to see what it is that other kids are doing. So if you have parents enabling their children to do it, then kids watching them do it online, they're gonna be like, oh well, if their parents, say it's okay and they're able to do it and get away with it, then I should be able to, do it too because this parent said that it was okay, right? Look at how they're doing. Look at the views that they're getting. Look at the likes that they're getting. Look at the engagement that they're getting, right? Look at all of the maybe they might be getting some sponsorships or whatever it is. Maybe they might be getting some stuff like that, right? So all the kids on the outside, right, looking in, all they're going to see is quote unquote the things that they want, right? The things that they don't have. And they're going to look at it as a way to get towards those things that they don't necessarily have. So instead of trying to, do it the hard way and work and, wait to see what life has directly for them, they're like, you know what, let me take this shortcut on social media real quick, make a fool out of myself, potentially, ruin my reputation pretty early. Any potential respect that people might actually have for myself. And let me decide to do this. And then the other thing that a lot of parents don't happen to bring up to their kids when they allow them on social media, they don't bring up the fact that you'll have other kids that might know them that might start getting jealous of the fact that they're getting popular, right? So let's say some of these kids in this video, they might not even be popular right in their schools, right? They might get picked on, whatever it is. But once they get on social media, this is now their playground. This is now their world. This is now their reality. So, right, they leave one reality every single day where they're not popular, just to come into a whole nother reality where, in a sense, they are a god, where everybody is looking at them, looking up to them, asking them for their opinions, and they're giving their opinions to a multitude of people, and people are listening and following what it is that they are stating, right? So then you'll have other people out there that know them, and they'll be like, "Yo, they're not even like this in real life. How they getting all this, this glory? How they getting all this fame? How they getting all this money? That should be me up there because I'm really like this. I'm really about this. Da da da." And this is when you start having that jealousy and that envy take place. And then we already know what takes place once that ball starts rolling. We've seen it a multitude of times within the black community. So, again, the only thing I'm doing is just highlighting the things that are negative because it's necessary. I've had a variety of black people tell me like, "Oh, I don't know why our own people got to highlight these things and talk about it as if we're the only ones that have a hold on this, as if we're the only ones that do this." Nobody's talking about we're the only ones of anything that do anything. It's the fact of the matter is that it's taking place and that it's happening, and it should not be happening. The fact of the matter is, if you do have other groups of people directly out here doing this and this is what their kids are doing, the thing about it is it's not publicized everywhere on social media. And I'm not just talking about by me talking about on my platform. I'm talking about those individuals specifically putting it out there so that they could get notoriety and fame directly off of negative and bad behavior. And then this is when you'll have black women out here that allow these types of things to take place. And they're wondering why it is that their kids are the way that they are when they turn into teenagers. Why is it that they're cussing at me? Why is it that, they're turning their back? Why is it that they're so disrespectful? Why is it that they're calling me directly out of my name? Why is it that they don't want to follow the rules that I have set? Why is it that they want to disobey me? It's because you're allowing them. Is because you're giving them room to make those decisions, because too many parents out here feel that their kids should have a right in order to decide a lot of things when realistically you don't have any rights. You're a child. You're going to do what it is that you are told, because at this moment in time it is the best thing for you. Now, once you start getting a little bit older, right? When you start getting to that age of like, hey, I'm 18, 19, what, then it's a little bit different. You're in single digits. You look here. If an adult tells you to do your homework, you do your homework. If they say that you can't go outside, you ain't going outside. If they say that you can't get any type of drink, you're not doing that. You're not getting no 2 liter. You're not doing that. You're not getting no Dr. Pepper. You're not getting no Coke. You're not getting that. You're not getting this. Like I said, whatever they say goes. But it's up to the parents to set their precedents. It's up to the parents to do that. If not, all you're doing is setting up your child for failure. And this is clearly an example directly in this video. That mother is setting up their child, and more than likely the other adults that are in that room, they're setting up those children for a life of failure. They're setting them up for a world of hurt. So, again, for any black women out there, if you happen to know any black women that are about this type of life where they want to use their kids in this type of manner to showcase negative behavior so that they can get famous and notoriety and all this other type of stuff, y'all got to be the ones to speak to these women, because like I told y'all before, everybody got battles that they got to fight, and this is a battle that y'all got to fight realistically, because we're at a point in time where it is impossible for black men to literally try to tell a black woman raising children anything, because a black woman's like, well, you didn't help me create them, you ain't their daddy, you ain't the grandfather, you're not an uncle, you're not this, you're not that, so why am I going to listen to you? Why are you in my business? Focus on your business, control your kids. That's what it's going to be. So like I said, all of that rhetoric, they can't use that against a woman. They can't say those exact same things. They can say, some different stuff, but at the end of the day, if a woman basically states what it is, then a woman basically stated what it is. There's no scapegoating that one. There's no trying to realistically try to deflect. You can't, because that's a whole different dynamic. So, you know, hopefully, black women will, pay attention and look at the writing that's on the walls, and try to fix this before it gets worse. Because I told y'all before, it's going to get worse before it gets better.